Hello, ladies and gentlemen, friends and followers. Welcome back to another live stream. Today we are here at Shannon Airport in Ireland with our freshly painted Virgin Atlantic Airbus A330neo. It's the A330-900 in Virgin Atlantic colors, and we're doing the flight back after the paint job back to Toulouse for the final check before finally Virgin Atlantic can overtake the Airbus out of Toulouse. So today we're flying the Headwind A330, which I haven't flown in a very long time, so I hope that everything works fine. I didn't test it before, but according to some different information and news, everything should work fine. So I'm looking forward to the flight here, and I hope that the aircraft flight dynamics and stuff like that are all working fine. Hi Jeremy, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here on board, and finally from the beginning and not somewhat shortly after landing or so. Yeah, without further ado, I suggest that we jump right into the aircraft. You can see the bridge and the ground power are already connected. So let's jump onto the pilot's seat here. You can see the flight pad is already loaded. Rest of the aircraft is still cold and dark. So let's start up the aircraft. And let's see if everything works as it should do. No smoking to auto. Fuel pumps on. Yeah, that's true, Jeremy. That's right, yeah. Well, today's Sunday, so I thought why do a stream in the afternoon. So yeah, here I am. So test the APU. That's working. Engine 1 fire test is working as well. And engine fire test 2 is working as well. So we are already connected to the VATSIM network, and we have a wonderful 24 degrees here in Shannon. CAF OK, so no clouds. Hi Trophy, and thank you very much. I hope that the flight will be good. Oh, you have summer vacation, that's great. So I can expect you to be here all the time, right? So a wonderful 24 degrees outside, so let's put the air condition a little bit down, and on the EFB here take care about the temperatures. Although this flight today we won't have a lot of passengers on board. We just have some flight crew, me, the co-pilot, and I think 7 other passengers, which are primarily some Airbus employees. We have some 6 tons of baggage and packages and stuff like that on board, and beside that we are fairly empty today. So request the information from SimBrief here. There we go, with the flight plan A330-900 from Shannon to Toulouse. Our alternate today will be Barcelona. Zero fuel weight is 143.9 according to our flight plan. I think that differs a little bit because the simulator, of course, is a little bit different there. Cost index today will be 39, and our cruising level will be 390. So we can see here the weather for Shannon. QNH is 1019. We can put that in already, so we have it set 1019 once, 1019 twice, and double check 1019 3 times. Yeah, I thought so, Trophy. I thought so. Good thing that you have 2 different accounts there. So, for Toulouse, we are expecting very calm wind with only 4 knots at the moment. We have a 35 degrees actually. And what is this color? Is it rain? Well, actually, oh, dew point. Okay, dew point 14. Okay, sorry. So yeah, our flight plan is here today. We will have a closer look on that later. However, block fuel will be 19,600. So we can type that in here, 19,000. Wait, let's make it 700. Load it in real time and go for refueling. So what about the outside? Yeah, bridges, stairs are connected. Let's double check. There is only Unicom, so there is no controller online at the moment here in Ireland. And let's have a look on the OFP. So our flight number today will be Victor Kilo 998. Call sign will be AIB 998. So we are flying with Airbus call sign because the aircraft still belongs to Airbus, but as we can see, it's completely painted in Virgin Atlantic colors. Man, you will have some problems to load in the baggage there. Well, yeah, that's not of my deal, is it? Thank you, Jeremy. So, here's our route today. We expect Shannon to depart on runway 24, and then we will see in a very short time how we will continue. I'm not quite sure about the departure route, as our first waypoint according to the route would be Shannon, but I think it might be something around the Abago or Lunik departure, but I will check that. Later on. Because actually departing from runway 24 doesn't make a lot of sense to fly via Shannon. But I'm not sure what Airbus gives us here, the company. So well, we will see later on. So first of all, now have a look on the overhead here again. Everything is set, nav logo lights are on, no smoking signs are set to auto. Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's a little bit weird about the luggage there. Okay, so let's get into the aircraft. We have the how's it called? I forgot the name. Fly-by-wire systems here, so we can use basically also the same information, and this is really good. Flight time today, well, by the way, will be 1 hour and 44 roughly. Check the weight and balance, OFP request, and click on board. Yeah, we have 9 passengers on board today. So, go back to the init page and request the initialization. Everything is loaded up. Flight level 390, cost index 39, airway waypoint mismatch. Okay, we have to double check that. That's indeed a very strange route we have here. We have to take care about that. So first waypoint, you can see that here is Leslie, and I will have a look from the overviews here on where we should go. So first waypoint is Leslie, so our departure will be the Kourou 3 Bravo. That's gonna be our departure. Kurum is the name of it. I will show you later on the Navigraph charts what we can expect from the Kurum 3, but for now I will already type that in. So runway 24 for departure, and then, oops. Actually, there is... there we go. So, Kurum 3 Bravo, insert that, and then we have to have a look, because next waypoint will be Shannon, but we can delete that, so we go directly to Leslie. And from there on, and now we have to have a look on the tablet here. So after Shannon, direct Leslie, and then via the November 38 direct to Toulouse, and then direct Barrett. That should be in, I think. Yeah, and after Barrett it's finished. But we are going to Terpo, which is here. So after Barrett we go to Terpo as next waypoint. There we go. And from Terpo we are going via the uniform Mike 616 to Tupar. Uniform Mike 616 to Tupar. There we go. And then direct to Seche or Seche, whatever it is called. Next waypoint. There we go. Flight plan is now complete. GPS primary, so the IRS is aligned. We can double check. Wonderful, it's set in there. Perfect. Yeah, I'm also waiting for the flyby via A380, although I won't fly it very often because I don't really like long haul flights. But there's also the possibility to fly some short haul routes, like from London to Frankfurt at the moment, because British Airways is serving that, for example, and I'm quite sure there will be some other flights there as well. And Jeremy will use eye tracker today, but not for setting up the aircraft, because I figured out with this large overhead panel it's quite difficult to keep the head tracker software within limits. So yeah, that's why I will use head tracker later on. So yeah, flight plan is set. We check now for the boarding. Boarding is still going on. We have 3.1 tons of cargo on board and we need 6, so we have to wait a little bit longer until our final stuff is loaded. And that's also important here for the init fuel prediction, because we I have no idea yet what the zero fuel weight actually will be. I have to double check once the boarding is completed. What I can do so far is I can put in the block fuel, because we know we put in 19.7. So we type that in, and we have a reserve of 45. Okay, that's not allowed. Let's see, then first take in the alternate fuel. We have alternate fuel of 3.3. There we go. Okay, then I think I have to first put in zero fuel weight CG. Okay, anyway, so let's go for the charts. Let's go for Shannon, Sid, and then we are going to fly the Kurum 3 Bravo. So there we can see, can you make it large? Thank you. So transition altitude will be 5,000, Kurum 3 Bravo, and we check the initial climb clearance, which is 5,000. We set that in the autopilot after I showed you how to fly. And yeah, so we will depart runway 24, and with maximum of 185 knots we will turn left once we pass 500 feet. direct to Odaru, where we also have maximum of 185 knots, and we have to be above 3,300 feet. And then we continue on a heading of 160 down to Kurum, where we then will have a maximum of 250 knots. So we will have to see if there is other traffic in the area, otherwise we can maybe increase the speed already if we pass 10,000 feet. If there is some traffic around, then we of course fly the aircraft according to the charts. So yeah, basically that's the information which is most important. So 5,000 set in, and we set as autopilot speed of 185 just to make sure, because it will be done by the aircraft, but just to make sure we set that in as well. So flight plan, I check 185 knots, passing 500, direct Odaru, where we also have 185 and 3,300 or above. Then Kurum 250 knots, and we can climb to our cruising flight level 390. So actually I'm not quite sure because I don't want to have a restriction here on just 3,300. Oh, okay, plus 3,300. So what I typed in was correct, basically, but that's, I think that was the Boeing way to do it. So, is this the sun or is this a light there? I have no idea. No, charts. So, Shannon, taxi charts. We have to double check here and take at least the daylight charts. We are currently parked over here, so we have a fairly long taxiway to runway 24 here. Although it's quite easy, we will just have a pushback face to the southeast, and then taxi via Delta 1 and Delta 2 to holding point Delta 2, runway 24. We might even depart from intersection Charlie, as we are quite light today, but I think there is there's no departure calculation here, so we will see. Boarding fuel process is completed, and let me check the I could have checked it here as well. I thought that maybe they are different. Okay, boarding is completed now. Zero fuel weight of 139.4. So that's a little bit different to what it is set to in the flight plan, but that's no problem. So no init page, second page. There we go. And taxi fuel, let's see, is 0.5, that's correct. Route reserve is actually a little bit more even, because we don't have, is this route reserve, is this kilograms or are these minutes? I don't know. No, it should be kilograms, right? So we have 3.4 kilograms of extra. We have alternate fuel of 3.3 as well. Although time says 2 hours and 23. That's a bit weird because it's basically just, well, let's make it different. Let's make it 45 here. So let me just have a quick calculation. Final time. So final reserve is 30 minutes. That is correct, but why is it minus 23.7? Because it should just be 2.1. That's a little bit weird, is it? Trip fuel, by the way, says 7 tons. I have 8.9 tons calculated. So maybe the route reserve is maybe different. So now let's just quickly calculate. We have 7 tons, 7.5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18.4. So there is 1.3 missing. That's a little bit weird, right? Because if I go to route reserve, where we have 3.4, and that would be a little bit more. Okay, again, taxi fuel is 0.5, that is correct. Trip fuel. Oh well, yeah, of course, trip fuel is 1.9. I don't think I can change that. Because it's green. It's like greenish here. Yeah, I cannot change that. Okay, but yeah, that's the reason. We planned a little bit more trip fuel there, so yeah, that's the reason. Yesterday I drove to my grandparents in Saarland and I passed the Ramstein airbase in the name of Kaiserslautern and saw your C-17 Globemaster flew over my head. Yeah, that's quite common in Ramstein, but the problem is you cannot plan for it. So if you want to go there and like, you know, for spotting or so, you cannot plan for it because there is no like yeah, you know, flight plan or so. But yeah, that's always nice if you face such a nice aircraft. Or actually, let's make it other 0.5 down. Flex temp, we will do it a... No, do we want to do toga? I mean, basically... we have like 18% of fuel on board and almost no passengers, so if we go toga, then that would mean that we like go into the sky like a rocket. Let's see if I can find a performance calculation tool. Let's see if there is an A3. No, I just have the A330-900. But I think I'll just use that anyway. So takeoff weight will be 163 tons. Oh, let's make it 160. We have a CG of what was it? Can someone remember? 22.7. Configuration 1 plus F, anti-ice off, air condition stays on. We don't need that. Airport ICAO is Shannon. Can you... Do we get any airport information? No. Okay, so let's quickly check that. Runway information is 3,200 meters. Runway heading will be 240, dry, airport elevation, okay. QNH is 10, what did I say? What was it? 1019. Temperature was 24 degrees and wind, okay. Calculation. Gross weight out of range. Yeah, of course. There we go. So, let's see what the performance page tells us. It's still different. 1/up 6.2. We just use it. and let's see how it will work out in the end. For me, the 6.2 will be way too much here. But yeah. Hi, David. Welcome to the stream, and have a nice vacation. Yeah, Trophy, there should be a military flight radar, but I think that's something which will never happen. So, let me just double check something. By the way, we have enough time. Departure will be in about 15 minutes. Okay, so this is set. Oh, I cannot request wind information here. Oh, by the way, is there any information about the tropo? Let's see. But 4160 should be quite accurate. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, yeah, we just leave it. Is there any information about the descent winds? Yeah, but later on. Okay. Takeoff weight will be 158.6. 158.6. Okay, I just calculated the takeoff speeds different, but they remain the same, so that's fine. Okay. So, we are basically now ready to go. I hope so, David. I hope so. Have a nice vacation. Yeah, so, we can turn on the seatbelt signs now. We just have a few passengers here, but we then can tell them that we will soon be leaving. Autopilot is set. And I'll just quickly have a look for a A330 checklist. So let's double check. So parking brake is set, throttle is set to idle, battery master is on, panel light okay, gear lever is down, flaps are up, spoiler retracted, FMS is set. Fuel quantity, we have 19,700 kilograms fuel on board, and it is balanced. Aircraft lighting is checked, flight controls will be checked after pushback, and we are basically now ready to go, as I said. So let's go here and let's see if they are going away. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so packs, baggage. Okay, now they are leaving. We can now start the APU. Switch on the beacon lights so that ground crew knows that we are about to leave. Baggage cards are leaving as well. APU is running up, great. And I think now it's time to activate hat tracking. Let's see. Reset. Okay, there we go. It's a little bit different here, and especially the flypad feels like way too far behind. but yeah, I think overall it should be okay. Toolbar pushback. Pre-plan the pushback. As I said, we will be heading southeast. Or actually, let me quickly have a double check. Oh, okay. We will not head southeast, but we will be heading this way. Okay. What is the information button here? Oh, okay, just updates. Okay, let's see. APU is available. Turn on APU bleed, disconnect the external power, and send the external power away. Parking brake is set. Flight deck door will now be locked. Okay. Everything looks fine so far. Autopilot is set. Flight director is on. And okay, we can call for pushback.
Cockpit to ground. This is ground. Stand by.
So the truck is now connecting somewhere. I cannot see him, but I guess he should be connecting. Let's see. Yeah, there he is.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground.
What do you prefer as a pilot or controller? Pushback approved to the east or pushback approved face west? The latter one, Jeremy. It's if you tell the pilot face west, then he exactly knows on where the face goes. If you tell the pilot push approved to the east, then you do not know if you mean tail to the east or nose to the east, so that's why I prefer the other one.
Parking brakes are released.
And instead of face west or whatever, face east, northwest, whatever, you can also say tail to the west. That's also okay. But yeah. Okay, so starting engine number 2. We can set the transponder here. Standard IFR. 2000. Engine number let's see, engine number 2 is almost stable, so we're starting engine number 1.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Yep, sorry, we'll do that. Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft. Ground. You may disconnect. Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect. Pin has been removed. See you at the side.
And engine number 1 is running up. You can clearly hear that.
Waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Flaps 1. And we can see the flight controls check. Well, of course we will do it in the correct order again. So flight controls check. Full up, neutral, full down, neutral, full left, neutral, full right, neutral, and rudder, full left, yeah, full right of course, full left, neutral. Flight control check completed. Engine ignition mode normal. taxi lights on. And double check with the checklist. Flight controls check is completed. Where's my Airbus? Come on, give me the Airbus checklist. Where is it? There we go. Sorry. So, after start, so anti-ice is off and of course not required. ECAM status is checked and normal. Pitch trim, this is the part we now have to really take care about it. So we have an up 6.2, that's a lot, and that's even out of the takeoff. You know what, I take down 0.5. I take down 0.5. I feel that's better. I'm not confident in going a up trim of 6.2 there. Okay, V speeds remain the same, and okay, there we go. So we can start the chrono now. We can turn off the APU, we don't need them anymore. Battery power is 28, we can turn off the one, 27, okay. Second one, 27.8, that's okay as well. Back to normal. Flaps are set to 1+F. Spoilers armed. Auto brake set to max. And Airbus Industries 998 is now ready to taxi. Double check if there is still no controller online. There is not, so we switch over to Unicom and tell the other pilots, in case there are some, that we are now gonna taxi. 122.8, there we go. Yeah, a lot of like beginner pilots ask, what do you mean by face west? Normally experienced pilots should know that, because it's basically always the same. So, where are we? Shannon, right? Yeah. Shannon traffic, Airbus Industries 998 is type Airbus A330-900 is now taxiing to runway 24. We are taxiing a Delta Shannon traffic. Release the parking brake. Left is clear, right is clear as far as I can see, so we can start the taxi now. And it's fairly easy, we just take the right taxiway here, which is Delta. And then we just continue straight ahead until we reach the holding point of runway 24. It's a big bird, so we have to taxi quite slow when we go into turnings. It's not really easy to taxi this bird. Yeah, it's a lot of trim, Jeremy. That's why I decided to do it different, to go for a 0.5 downwards trim. So taxi lights are on. Well, yeah, side mirrors would be quite helpful, but on the other hand, well, maybe they could have some like extendable. Why not? Always like the newer trucks, they have electronic side mirrors. And it's just basically a camera which is pointed backwards, so But I'm not quite sure. It is quite possible that the newer aircrafts like the 787 or the 777X, that they have electronic side views. Could be quite possible. Condor, I think they do not have their A330-900 yet. I think they will have it in August or September maybe. I have something in mind with autumn. But yeah. So we can ding the cabin now. So they are advised, check the takeoff config. His normal predictive wind shear system is still off. Of course it is. And we will hold short on the runway to prepare the aircraft for departure. There is the runway, and there we go. I'm really curious about the flight dynamics, if they're as good as in the fly-by-wire A320. I mean, it's different, but both are freeware, so... need to brake a little bit, going with 50 knots right now, so we can hold up here. Oh, it's going uphill. It's indeed going uphill. So brakes, and now before takeoff checklist. So flight controls are checked, flight instruments are checked, briefing is confirmed, flap setting is config 1 plus F. FMA and takeoff data, we have V1 129, VR 131, V2 135, flex time 55, thrust reduction altitude as well as engine out acceleration is 1538 feet. Transponder mode is set to 2000 standard IFR, and by the way, yeah, okay. And we can set it to TARA. Predictive wind shear system is, come on, turned on. Cabin is secured. Takeoff mode no blue. Engine mode selector switch to normal. TCAS TARA packs can remain on. And we are now ready for departure. Shannon traffic, Airbus Industries 998 Heavy is lining up and taking off runway 24 with the Kerum 3 Bravo departure. Yeah, that's what I heard as well. Something about September, October or so. So we're taxiing uphill here. And there we go, on the runway. Oh, there's a TUI jet here. Didn't see that before. And we are ready now. 2 minutes after our departure time, so we're perfectly fine on schedule. Everything is set. Everything is ready, so start the chrono. 50% N1. Stable. Climb thrust, flex temp, release the brakes. Oh, I love that sound. V1 and rotate already. That's what I meant. We're fairly light. Whoops, we're some crosswinds here. Positive rate, gear up. And we already reached the 185 knots. So we set that in the autopilot for automatic here as well. Passing 500 and turning now. Climb thrust. And oh, I know what I forgot. I forgot to turn on the lights. No one saw this. And we're still hand flying here. Ground spoilers can be disarmed. Turn on the constraints and we can continue the climb here. 390, whoops. Don't need the metric pressure. Passing 5,000 we can set the pressure to standard. And we can turn on the autopilot now. Still flying 185 knots. Wonderful Ireland here. Look at those engines. So freaking large. And we're now passing our first waypoint. We now go to Kurum, and we don't have any traffic around us. So yeah, we can now accelerate to 50, so flaps up. Flaps are coming up. Aircraft's accelerating. We can turn off the seatbelt signs, taxi lights and turn off lights can be turned off as well. PAX were on and remains on. And there we go. Over the Irish sky, over the Irish Sea. And we'll soon be over France, where we will follow the... Oh, actually I can show you, let's see. If I can show you the... No, not really. So basically our route will take us from Ireland here over the Atlantic to... Whoops, could you stop going back to the aircraft? Over the Atlantic and then over to northwestern France, and then we follow down the coastline. We follow down the coastline until we reach Toulouse here. Check the air condition. It's a little bit hot still, so we can turn that down a little bit more. Passing now 10,000, so landing lights will be turned off as well. Okay, everything is set, that looks fine. Climb thrust is set. Okay, we can double check the cabin pressure. Where's pressure? There we go. So cabin pressure is rising. Cabin altitude is currently at 1,750 feet. Now 1,800 feet. cabin pressure is rising with 550 feet per minute. Okay, that's great. Back to the status page. Status page stays normal. And we still have the constraint of 250 knots because of quorum. We just leave it as it is because then we will climb with 3,300 feet per minute. That's a lot, but as I said, we are fairly light, so that's no problem. Unfortunately, the terrain radar is still not working. That's a little sad. But yeah, it is like it is. I'm also not sure. I mean, the Headwind uses the fly-by-wire systems, but I have no idea if they have implemented the VNAV at the moment. So for the descent, I mean. We can set standard pressure here as well if I hit the button, and there we go. And we will now soon pass Kurum, where we will then accelerate to cruise speed. Let's have a look on the FMC page. Optimum flight level is 385. We're gonna cruise on 390, so that's absolutely fine. And check the flight. Come on. Check the flight plan page. We will arrive at Bordeaux at 14:23 UTC time. That's actually a little later than I would have expected, but still fine, still fine. Trophy. So, and I think it's time to turn off the head tracking again, so that I can use, that I can move freely without always changing the camera view here. We're now heading southwards. There you can see the coastline already. Actually, I'm not quite sure. Can you see it? The screen on my streaming software seems to be very, very bright. Let me see. Maybe I have to turn off the... Yeah, I think that's better now. I mean, it is still bright, but and yeah, there we go. We are on our way to Toulouse, where we gonna expect ATC, as there is the Bordeaux Toulouse Rendez-vous event today, starting at 13 Zulu, if I remember correctly. So in about half an hour, a little more. And we are now overflying Cork. You can see Cork down there on the left side. Down here, there's Cork. And then we are already over the ocean. So if everything what the FMC tells me is correct, then we will land in exactly 1 hour. By the way, down here is Cork Airport, if you can see that. And yeah, so almost 1 hour to go. It does indeed look quite fast. I'm not really sure. No, it's almost 2 hours. Forget about it. It's 2 hours almost. We are already at flight level 280, so there are only 11,000 feet to go. until our cruising altitude of flight level 390. Yeah, and I'm currently thinking about setting up a fix, like one fixed day per week with a fixed time where I will be streaming. Of course there will be more streams than just the one, but this one will then be like fixed, and you can expect me to be online every week on that specific time. So yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm not quite sure if I really want to do it, because I'm not 100% sure that I can make sure to be online, and also I'm not quite sure which day would be the best suitable for that. So maybe I should do a Discord voting about it or so. I'm not quite sure. And then we can, of course, if there will be a fixed date, then we could, before that, make out a specific route or whatever. Specific country to fly in, or a specific aircraft to fly with, or stuff like that, you know. So what is quite interesting is that the overlay of FlyLive Studio tells me that I will be in Toulouse at 13:45 Zulu. That would be the time I expected to be. Oh yeah, okay. FMC now switched as well. 13:47. Great. So for the arrival, let's quickly check the weather so I can set up something at least in the FMC. I think it's gonna be runway 14. Yeah, looks quite like it. Just not sure if it's gonna be if this really is the case, but if so, we can I think we can expect runway 14 left for arrival. I'm not sure about the parking position in Toulouse. We might take a gate because we have some passengers on board, and might be a little easier then. But yeah, I have no idea. Maybe I'll take the maintenance stands or whatever. I'm not quite sure about that. According to our flight plan, we should use the Seche or Seche 6 Sierra arrival for 14 right, but as I said, our plan for 14 left. And let's see, then we go via Suras, and what is the vias here? And why are there different vias? Hagen, I think AGN would be a correct via. So let's take that, and then we check it. Interestingly enough, oh, ILS, okay. I was just a little bit confused. There might be a RNF approach as well instead of the ILS, but well, we will see. Okay, check the routing. So go to plan page, zoom into 20 nautical miles rings, and then have a look. Okay, and there you can see it's already a little bit weird. So I zoom out first to have an overlook on what's going on. Okay, so Seche, whatever it's called, is going down to Souras. But that's actually not really necessary, right? We can go directly from AGN. Yeah, so that is what we will do. I clear Souras, I clear this one, I clear Sotac. I clear the discontinuity, and I clear this AGN. I clear this discontinuity, and then there we go. That should be it now. Checking the flight plan page. Yeah, from AGN to AGN 07, and then from there on we can directly intercept. I mean, everything else doesn't make any sense. Don't need to go to Souras just so that we can return again. I just don't know why there is no line drawn from AGN to AGN 07, but well, we will see that once we are approaching there. Is there a way to see when our top of descent will be arrived? I'm not sure. Well, there might be no top of descent, so that would mean that VNAV is not yet implemented. We reached flight level 390 now, by the way. And let's check our flight plan about the top of descent. So top of descent will be after Cognac, or Cognac Chat, whatever it's called. Shortly, like 24 miles, no, 57 miles ahead of Seche. Seche. I don't know, why are there so like strange names? And I also want to do a quick fuel check. So we just passed Laszlo, and we should have 15.6 tons of fuel on board, and we just have 15.2. Okay. So we use a little bit more fuel than expected. Well, we will have 7.8 tons of fuel on board in Bordeaux, in Toulouse. Why do I keep saying Bordeaux? Oh, because of the BO. So this display looks a little bit weird as well. I'll make it brighter, you can see. It looks really weird. If I make it darker, this is the darkest you can do it. But yeah, it looks totally weird. Oh, by the way, are these working? No, these are not working. You should see a flickering here when switching the displays. So I think the display brightness is a little bit too much here for each of the displays. But yeah, just keeping it the way it is. Can delete the constraints here, don't need them. So we're 20 minutes in the air already, and we have like 1 hour and 10 minutes to go. and we are now overflying the, or will be overflying soon, the west coast of England. I think it should be down here. I'm not quite sure, we're a little bit too far away for it. Is there? No, everything's set. I think the simulator is quite bright since the last update. Like especially, let me see, on the graphic options, if there is a blooming effect. Yeah, bloom is in, so let's turn that off. Let's see. Well, no, there's no big difference. Because I really feel it's a little bit too bright here. It's really hard to see something back there. By the way, the flight dynamics felt a little bit weird during the takeoff, because I didn't really pull on the side stick. I just pulled a little bit and the aircraft was directly departing, and it was not like how to explain that. It was more like the aircraft was departing or leaving the ground in a kind of horizontal way. Normally it's a little bit different. Normally you feel that the front wheel is like leaving the ground while the main gear is of course still touched down, and yeah, this one was a little bit, I don't know, a little bit weird. And I think it will also be time again to fly to Kai Tak once more. I still was not able to manage the approach there with the MD-82, and although I still didn't like train for it, I think it's just time to do another approach there. Maybe, well, maybe I should try it during daylight, although the approach should be a little easier in the night because you have all the leading lights. Okay, Jeremy. So yeah, for now there's still no ATC in Toulouse, but the event is starting in about 15 minutes only. I just hope that the information I got from VATSIM is correct there. Because I also had the problem once or twice that I was expecting to fly into an event, but suddenly there was none. So sometimes I think maybe the VATSIM event information is outdated or so. I don't know. So, and you can see now on the left side there's Great Britain, England, of course. Oh, we departed Great Britain. So. And then we will soon be seeing the French coast. So, and I will now use the time to be out of cockpit for a few minutes, and I will be back shortly. So, I will, let me see. I will give you this wing view here. Maybe I later will change back to the front view. But for now, I'm gonna give you the wing view out of the left-hand window. And I'm back again. Shortly before we are approaching the French coast here. Let's have another look on the fuel. Next waypoint will be Berat. Trophy, I'm sorry, but passengers are only allowed into the cockpit after the flight. That's because of security reasons, you know, past 9/11. But after the landing, you might also be allowed to sit in the cockpit, in the captain's place there, if you want, of course. So we are approaching Berat now. This is over here, and we should have 13.3 tons of fuel on board. 13.3. We have 13.5 already. That's gonna be close, but it could be exactly on point. Nevertheless, our FMC tells us that we have 6 tons of fuel on board once we are approaching Toulouse, so that is quite fine there. Yeah, and I hope it's now 2 minutes before the event, and Toulouse approach is already online, although the frequency is a little bit weird. I think that's not refreshed there. It's gonna be, I think, almost on point with the fuel here. But yeah, of course it's a little bit unfortunate that we still do not have VNAV. I could install the experimental version of the fly-by-wire A320, so I'm not quite sure if this will also change the Headwind stuff systems. But yeah, it would be a lot better if we would have VNAV here, so we know where our top of descent is. We can also, of course, let me see if this is working. Yeah, same problem as usual. Let me see here, top of descent calculation. So current altitude, we can sync that with the simulator. And platform altitude for the ILS will be 3,000 feet. So target altitude, let's say 3,000 feet. And with a descent path of 3 degrees, we need to start our descent 130 nautical miles before the target. So if we want to be at 3,000 on the ILS, then we need to start 113 nautical miles before that. And let me see. So the intercept point, that should be, let's try something. Let's try something. I want to create a fix, which is Toulouse and No. Toulouse -6. Is this working? No. No. Ah, maybe I should set a no. Oops, I forgot the 6 there. No, that's not working. I thought maybe I have to turn it around, but normally not. I think it's because of this one, maybe. Toulouse 326 miles. Nope. That's weird. I wanted to create a fixed point from Toulouse 6 miles out. Yeah, Toulouse, that can't work because there is no heading. How would the FMC knows where I want to set it? So Toulouse on a heading of 320, 6 miles. Not in database. Let me quickly Google that. I think there should be a quick tutorial on how to set up custom fixed points. No, that was not what I was looking for. Yeah, so see that. That was weird because let me see. Because basically it was correct what I did. So then we do it different. We have a radius of, let's say, 6 miles. No, we make it different again. So after the intercept, we make it Toulouse 3206. Not yet implemented. Okay, but at least I know that what I was typing is correct. Then we do it again different. We set a fixed info Toulouse ranging of 6 miles, and on our progress page we type in Toulouse. And we can see that we have a distance of 340 to go to Toulouse. So I will wait until 130 nautical miles, where we need to start our descent, plus 6, which should then roughly be 10 miles out of the ILS. And from there, or at this point, I want to be at 3,000 feet, so that's why I start my descent when I will be about 120 nautical miles before Toulouse. Also, maybe we are lucky and there will be center online, and as I was just saying it, there is a center online. So then we will have the controller anyway, who will tell us when we need to descend. So next waypoint will be Terpo in 10 minutes, or 9 minutes actually. And according to the flight plan, we need to have Terpo, there we go, 12.3. And fuel used should be 7.3. So 12.3 should be at Terpo. We try to remember that. And 7.3 should be used. And we have used already 7 tons. So we will see. We will see. Could be that the Airbus needs a little bit more fuel during the climb, while it uses a little bit less on the cruising. That was a broadcast message there. Okay, so I think it's time to do a little screenshot here. Why is this drone moving so slow? Over France, we take this screenshot here. Where's my Volanta? There we go. People now spamming the Unicom frequency because there was a supervisor making a mistake. So the next available center will be, of course, Toulouse Control or Bordeaux Control, which is on frequency 118.425. 118.425. 118.425. Tune that in already, so we are ready once the controller calls us. Yeah, we still have 55 miles to go, and that will be another 6 minutes. Vibrations looks good. We have 80 kilograms per minute on engine 1 and 2 together, so that makes us 480 kilograms within 6 minutes. So that makes it 11.980. Actually 11.940. 11.940. Yeah, so we have almost like 300 kilograms less than we should have at that waypoint, but that's absolutely fine. Our destination fuel on board is reducing still. That's a little bit weird. It's started with 7.6 or so, then it reduced to 6, and now we have 4.9, so we have to take care about that, although it won't be a problem as long as we do not need to, like, you know, go around and stuff. And as I said, we are flying along the coast side of France here. You can see there's the coast, there's the coastline, following the coast down to Toulouse. There would have been another route as well, going from Shannon directly onto the ocean, and then we would follow the Atlantic Ocean down in the Bay of Biscay, and from there on over Bordeaux to Toulouse, but I decided not to do that. Instead, I decided to follow another route over to the coast and follow the coastline. I thought that's a little bit more scenic than just water all the time. And what we can do as well is now we can check the ATIS if there is one. No. No ATIS yet. No ATIS yet. And I think the controller didn't even set up an ATIS. Or did he? I don't know. What is that down there? That looks weird. Is it a Google Maps problem? No, it seems to be like, I don't know, forest or so, and water, of course. Not sure though. And double check now the fuel. There we go. Terpo. Still 2 minutes left. 12.1, so we should have, if I calculated correctly, we should end up somewhere around 11,940 when we are over turbo. Very smooth flight here, no problems so far concerning any turbulences or anything else. I can now have a look for the approach page. Let me see if I can still not. Well, we now have Toulouse delivery and tower online, but I still cannot receive any ATIS information, so I suggest that we just ask our company for a weather request. We send it, and then we will receive the weather from Shannon, from Toulouse, as well as from Barcelona. And Then we have everything we need. Oh, company message, it's already received, meter. We can print that out and let's see. 020 with 4 knots, KEF OK, 38 degrees, and QNH is 1018. So that's a very high temperature approach. .38 degrees, wow. 1018. And the magnetic wind was 020 with what? Oh, great. That's easy to read, isn't it? Is there any possibility to turn down sunshades or so? Maybe here, no. Here, no. Over there, nope. Great. Okay. Oh, there we go. 020 at 4. 020 at 4. There we go. Transition level will be set by the ATC, but as I still have no ATIS available, I don't know it. So according to the departure chart, the transition altitude is 5,000, so transition level is at least 6,000. Okay, yeah, okay, that's set in. I use that. The decision height from the ILS is 210 feet. Radio altimeter. And I'm just thinking about landing a full configuration landing or a config 3 landing, because basically config 3 would be enough. We're fairly light, so yeah, why not? Let's make a config 3 landing. Config 3 landing, turn that on. Go back to the flight page and let's calculate our landing distance. So airport ICAO is Lima Foxtrot Bravo Oscar. Get the meter. There we go. Runway altitude, I don't know, is just take the airport elevation, which is 500. I just use 500 now. Runway heading will be 140. Runway condition is dry. Flaps full. No. Config 3. Overweight procedure. No. Reverse thrust. Yes. Runway slope. I don't know. Landing distance available is actually 8,900. Approach speed is 123, and our weight that is different. Our weight is different. Let's check. So estimated landing weight will be 154. 154. 154. That's not correct. We have a gross weight of 151 at the moment. 151, and we will lose another 6 tons of fuel, right? 4.2. 11, what is 11,640, and we will have 4,200 left, so that makes it about 7,400. 7,400. So 151 minus 7,400 makes it 144, 143.6. So 143.6. Okay, I cannot change the weight. 143.6. So that it's changing automatically back to 100. I don't know if this is gonna work then. Medium, max manual, and low. But yeah, we can see that low is fine. Yeah, that's because it's calculating with the I think with the A320 that might be the problem here. Yeah, but well, I just be sure and take medium. I just want to be sure that nothing goes wrong. Although with 38 degrees, I might deactivate the auto brakes after touchdown and go directly on manual braking. And then we will use the reverser, and then we will see how it goes. Because I mean, touchdown speed will be about 180. Why is that going up here? Okay, touchdown speed will be 100. What was it? 18 or so. Yeah, V approach 127 and landing speed 122. That's fine. And we need to contact now Bordeaux on 118425. 118425. But first, let me take a selfie. No, first 121.125. I'll check the ATIS.
3, 4 knots. Clouds cover. Temperature 38, 2.13. QNH 1018. Confirm on initial contact that you have received information, Quebec.
So we have info Quebec.
Bonjour. This is Toulouse Lagnac Information, Quebec, recorded at 1300 UTC. Landing runway 14 right, takeoff 14 left. Expected approach ILS. Expected departures 5 Alpha and 5 Hotel.
Okay, so
transition level 60. Expect to vacate via Mike 4.
expect to vacate via Mike 4. That's important to know.
Speedbird 473, Bordeaux, bonjour, identified.
And 14 right for landing. Bordeaux Control, hello, this is Airbus A330-900 with info Quebec on board, flight level 390, we are inbound Lugan.
Airbus Industries 998, Bordeaux, bonjour, Squawk 1000.
Squawking 1000, Airbus Industries 998 heavy. Squawking 1000, we gonna do that.
Beeline 4 Alpha Charlie,
There we go.
1000.
Squawking no 1000, Jersey 4 Alpha Charlie.
Airbus Industries 998, identified, Sesh 6 Sierra arrival.
Expecting Sesh 6 Sierra arrival, Airbus Industries 998 heavy. So, we will land on runway 14 right then, so we have to switch that in the FMC so that we have the correct RLS frequencies and stuff. Sesh 6 Sierra. And, well, we're clear for the Sesh 6 Sierra, so we don't take anything else. And we go to Zuras, and from there on we will see. Yeah, finally we have ATC, that's right, yeah. I think it's always confusing if you do not know where you are. Bordeaux could also be Bordeaux, which is in Norway, northern Norway. Bordeaux Tromsø. Looks sounds different every time.
Unicom 122 decimal 8, bye-bye.
Unicom 122 decimal 8, Jersey 188 Echo, bye.
Air France 48 Juliette Papa, arrivée Narac 6 Alpha.
Arrivée Narac 6 Alpha, Air France 48 Juliette Papa.
And we will soon be turning on our head tracking again. Just need to set up the RLS-14 right. La Rochelle is now on the right side. Over there. So I think we have set up everything for the arrival. Let's see how the Airbus will be flying during the approach with the side stick here. I hope the landing will be more like I call it more realistic than the departure. Although it's just like my own impression, maybe it is very realistic, but yeah. Trophy. I think the controller is able to get this information out of the remark section, because you have to mention that you're streaming. And so if the controller reads my remark section, then
Airbus Industries 908, descent flight level 370 for spacing.
Descending 370 for spacing, Airbus Industries 998 heavy. For spacing, okay, that's interesting.
348 Echo Mike, contact Bordeaux 125.1, bye-bye.
The only aircraft which could be there is either a Beauty, a jet airfly from Ibn Battuta Airport in Morocco to Brussels. He's on 38. And then there is a Speedbird going to London Heathrow, and he is on 34,000 feet. So I'm not quite sure which spacing he means. There's another KLM going to Madrid. This is 31,000. So I have no idea on what aircraft he's talking, because I don't see any other aircraft flying. Oh, should have had a look here on the PFD. Although, yeah, that's a jet airfly, but he could have let me fly on 390, and would have been perfectly nice. So now he basically created a situation there where I needed to descend, although I was higher anyway. And this other aircraft is flying on flight level 380, so 1,000 feet apart. And right now I was descending through his cruising path, and now we are also just 1,000 feet apart. So I don't get why we needed to descend, but well, we just do it. Can't see it, unfortunately. Nope, still nothing inside. It's getting closer. 10 miles off to my right. There he comes. There he is. Over here where my mouse is. You can barely see the lights. Zoom in a little. Oh, and he even disappeared here. There he comes.
Volatea 2170 identified.
Boy, he's passing over there.
You can repeat hours, director, sir, or
but there should be another aircraft as well. Hello.
Volatea 2170, that's AZZ, Echo Sierra India Sierra India.
So there is one aircraft which could also be the Speedbird to London on 34. But that could also be
Airbus A330-900, continue descent flight level 200.
descending flight level 200 Airbus Industries 998 Heavy. Don't know what, well, both aircraft are done, so... Let's see, course page 140 miles away from Toulouse. It's quite early here. Next ATC I think will be 129.3, so let's turn that in already.
De contrôle, bonjour, la France 44 Bravo Roméo avec vous, remontée niveau 330.
La France 44 Bravo Roméo, bord de bonjour, transpondeur 5672.
5672, la France 44 Bravo Roméo.
Let's check something here. Above, below. No, let's switch to all.
La France 44 Bravo Roméo identifié, direct Narac, arrivée Narac 6 Alpha.
Direct Narac et arrivé.
So there is Sesh coming in, which is our final, beginning of the star. There's another aircraft. 1,600 ahead of me. That couldn't... Is that a KLM here? No. Oh well, he's at what, 31,000 feet. So it could be... Yeah, that's the KLM. Where is it? Oh, far ahead. Somewhere over there. Can't see him. I can do a quick check of the fuel here again. So next waypoint will be Sesh. Sesh here 10.7 and I have 10.6. Okay, we are a little bit low on fuel compared to the flight plan. Engine out, request to divert to the nearest airport. Now, why would I do that without any... Like, if I do an emergency, I would do it with the, I don't know, with the Phoenix or the PMDG, where you can be sure that every system is working properly. But, yeah, I don't want to just shut down an aircraft and... Holy crap! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 aircrafts on the ground at Toulouse at the moment. So the complete terminal is stuffed with aircraft.
Relax 184, Bordeaux, bonjour, stroke 5677.
5677.
Relax 184 identified. What is your requested flight level for today?
360.
Relax 184, I need a note flight level. Choose between 350 or 370.
Then we go 350.
Relax 184, roger, descent flight level 350.
Can you 350, relax 184.
I think we go to apron Blagnac 1. On the other hand, quite likely that this is just a general aviation parking spot there. Let's see.
Airbus Industries 998, contact Bordeaux 125.1, bye-bye.
125.1, thank you very much for the ATC, and have a great day, bye-bye, Airbus Industries 998 Heavy.
You too, bye-bye.
Tomatensaft, beste.
Kilo, proceed direct to Madac.
Easy 4610 kilo, direct to...
Direct to Madac, Mike Alpha, November Alpha Kilo.
Yeah, just looking at it now, man, thank you, easy 4610 kilo.
I thought we could do a parking somewhere here at Foxtrot 20. That looks good. Or even maybe... You know what, Foxtrot 20, Foxtrot 30 looks good. Yeah. Bonjour, Bordeaux, this is Airbus Industries 998 Heavy. We're inbound SESH, descending flight level 200.
Airbus 998 Heavy, Bordeaux, bonjour, identify descent flight level 150.
Descending level 150, Airbus Industries 998 Heavy.
Bordeaux control, good day, Welling, the 57 unit for climbing for flight level 340, passing 70, direct, top 2.
Boeing 57, uniform Bordeaux, bonjour, identified, rate is 1,400 feet or greater.
1,500 feet or greater for 340, Welling, the 57 unit.
And Voltaire 260, Lima Papa, due to traffic rate is 1,400 feet or less. Voltaire 26, Lima Papa, pardon, due to traffic, le taux de montée 1400 pieds par minute ou moins.
So we are not yet cleared for the SESH 60, he just said expected, so I expected it and planned it in the FMC, but we're not yet cleared for it, so I will ask if we are cleared for the SESH 60.
163, vous quittez mon espace venu Unicom, 102 décimales 8, bonne journée.
Unicom 122 décimales 8, merci pour le contrôle, à la prochaine, Pushback 163.
And for Airbus Industries 998 Heavy, could you just confirm please for us that we are cleared for the SESH 60 arrival?
Airbus Industries 998 FM, you are cleared SESH 60 arrival.
Thank you very much.
Lufthansa 507, you are leaving your space, mate, Unicom 122 decimal 8, over.
So we're descending with idle thrust, and we double check
Lufthansa 507, Unicom 122
with
8,
SESH 10.7. We have 10.5 when we arrive there. Fuel flow is just 20 kilograms per minute. Now next ATC will be 129.3, which is then Toulouse approach.
Good afternoon, Turkish 4224 inbound Sierra Alpha uniform flight level 370.
Turkish 4224, Bordeaux, bonjour, proceed direct to Papa November.
Yeah, I would like to do that, but actually, first of all, you are not allowed to taxi into a hangar. You are just allowed to, you know, be tucked to it. And secondly, the thing is, I don't think even if I can find a hangar, I cannot open the door. So no, we will request gate or stand Foxtrot 20 once we vacated the runway. And I need to record
998, contact Toulouse approach 121.1, over.
121.1. 121.1 for Airbus Industries 998 Heavy. Thank you very much for the ATC and have a great evening. Bye-bye. Toulouse approach, bonjour, this is Airbus Industries 998 Heavy, descending flight level 150.
Airbus Industries 998, good evening sir, radar contact, so change of runway news, so expect runway 32 left now, descend flight level 80.
Expecting runway 32 left and descending flight level 80 for Airbus Industries 998 Heavy. So, we have a change of runway here. Let's quickly change that in the FMC. ILS 32 left. Via the Sash 6 Tango then.
Toulouse approach, Takeoff 208, descending through flight level 184.
And what was I about to do? Oh yeah, starting the flight recorder climb. By the way, during or after the Zim update 10 will be active, I think there will be the possibility to record your landing using the simulator's inbuilt recording program. So you have to then still start it by yourself, but at least you don't need to have an external program like it is right now.
Warning 78, contact Bordeaux 125.1. Good flight, bye.
124.1 for next 78.
So should I dare to tune in 129.3 again?
Do you know what is my transition?
Calling, say again.
I'll just do it.
Takeoff 208.
Yeah, Trophy, it seems like it.
32 right.
Because it is already implemented. You can see that here somewhere. Here, repeat, but you cannot activate it. And this will be changed after Sim Update 10 as far as I know. So, approach checklist. Briefing is confirmed. ECAM status is checked normal. Seatbelt signs, good idea. We can switch them back on. There we go. Barrel ref. We can recheck the ATIS. Let's see if in the headwind we can have both active.
7597, good evening sir.
121.125.
Level 140, ran a 7597.
There we go, and then change on VHF2 as well. No, it's not working. Well, then I have to do it manually via text because I don't want to leave the frequency. Landing runway 32 left, expected approach ILS, expect departure 5 Bravo transition, level 60 expect to vacate via mic 4 and mic 2 unless
Airbus Industries 998, vectors for ILS 32 left, maintain present heading.
Vectors ILS 32 left, maintaining present heading, Airbus Industries 998 Heavy. And passing now flight level 100, landing lights on. I have to check the charts again. So we're landing 32 left and then we will vacate via mic 8, I think. Unless Beluga or special Airbus flight.
Angeles 208, contact Toulouse approach 129.3, bye.
Contact approach 129.3, contact.
Well, or we go, we vacate via the left side and go all the way down to the parking area of the Zulu stands.
055, bien le bonsoir, bien bonjour, identifié, montée niveau 140.
I think that's what we're gonna do. Vacate left and then go to the area special gates, Zulu gates. QNH, that was what I was about to do, performance approach. So QNH is now 1017, temperature still 38, wind is 350 at 5, and the approach has to be checked again, of course. ILS runway 32 left is now 200.
Bordeaux 125.1. Bye.
We will still do a config 3 landing, which makes us a V approach of 127 and a landing speed of 122. Hope that's quite okay. And I think it's now time to turn on the head tracking again. There we go. Turn on the landing system here as well, so that we do not forget that. Cabin crew is advised, or you know what, I can ding them. It's not like we have a cabin crew, well we have some Airbus employees on board, so they also know why and when there will be pings, and yeah. Unfortunately, my co-pilot is still on the toilet. Don't know when he will come back. But, yeah. Okay.
Airbus NGC 998, fly heading 150.
Heading 150, Airbus Industries 998 Heavy. Very nice scenery out there.
Air France 055, direct Lacou.
Direct Lacou, Air France 055.
By the way, what is going on with my air condition? 22, 22, 23. I mean, there's no big reason to turn that down again now, but anyway, let's just do it. Virgin Atlantic. I really like the aircraft. The A330-900 is really nice. Sorry about the camera, I'm just adding a new screenshot to Volanta. There we go.
125 décibels unité Air France 055, merci du contrôle et très bonne fin de journée, au revoir.
Bonne fin de journée également.
Go to the status page now. Airport is somewhere back there, behind the metal here. There you can see the Toulouse waypoint I entered. And there is the airport with its runway 32 left. There is, you have the sticker Cut 3 single only, so there is no auto land on this aircraft at the moment. Not sure if this will come someday, but wow. It's so great that it's head tracking without you to have to wear something like a hat or so. I love that. Although I feel that the left side here is really close to my seating place, isn't it? It looks really close.
Airbus A330-900, descent 5,000 feet, QNH 1017. Airbus 998, descent 5,000 feet, 1017.
Industries 998 heavy.
And Airbus 998, contact cruise approach 129.3, good landing spy.
Now this time was correct, what I set it up. Over to Toulouse on 129.3. Thank you very much for the ATC. Have a great evening. Bye bye. Airbus Industries 998 heavy.
Bye-bye.
Toulouse bonjour. Airbus Industries 998 heavy, descending 5,000.
Airbus Industries 998 heavy, bonjour, maintain present heading.
Maintaining present heading, Airbus Industries 998 heavy. I'm sorry about the camera there, I had some problems with my cat here. So, get back into the seat and reset the view. There we go. Okay. Airport is on our left side back there. Co-pilot still not here. Next frequency, by the way, will be Toulouse Tower on 118.1.
Toulouse approche, bonsoir à France 1604 avec vous en descente au niveau 150.
And then the next one ground on 1219, okay, I have to remember that.
32 gauche, descendez niveau 80.
On prévoit une approche chez les 32 gauche et on descend au niveau 80 à France 1604.
Approaching now 5,000. And we captured the ILS here. So at least we know that frequency setting is correct. have not yet activated the approach phase. We're still flying a speed of 250 knots. Please guys, remember to remind me when I'm on the final that I activate the recorder tool, because I don't want to record too much in advance. Glide slope is coming up now, but we should soon be cleared to a lower level.
Française 04 pour Toulouse approche.
Française 04, poursuivez.
Je suis pas sûr de ma star là, je suis direct Charlie Foxtrot 32 Lima. Est-ce que vous confirmez que c'est correct?
Négatif, tournez à gauche au cap 360 et réduisez 2209.
On tourne à gauche au... Faut répéter le cap s'il vous plaît.
360.
On tourne à gauche 360 et on réduit 220 Air France 04, merci, désolé.
Airbus Industries 998, reduce speed to 20 knots or lower and descend 3000 feet.
Reducing speed to 20 or lower and descending 3000, Airbus Industries 998. So I do not pull yet. I'll let the aircraft reduce its speed before. Now we're gonna pull. Green dot speed here is 19.
Industries 998, turn left heading 070.
Left 070 for Airbus Industries 998 Heavy. Green dot speed is 198 knots or so, 97, something around that. And I think we can now reduce to green dot speed.
Air France 04, descendez 3000 pieds, QNH 10-17.
On descend 3000 pieds, QNH 10-17, Air France 04.
Passing now 4000 feet. Airport is on our left.
Air France 04, tournez à droite au cap 090.
Tourne à droite, cap 090, Air France 04.
Zoom in a little. Aircraft's now reducing, as I said, to green dot speed. Well, let me check. I can't see any other aircrafts here. Wow, but the apron is so full of aircrafts. That's wow. Really looking forward to be on the ground actually. Minus 160. Well, that could be actually. Although it's like the first time landing with the A330-900 since a long time, and I have no idea about the flight dynamics. So I will give my best. Well, I cannot promise anything. And we will compare with the Volante afterwards. What this program tells me about it. Radio altimeter alive. Airspace clear. There is another aircraft up here, but this is of course no factor.
Turn left heading 360, clear for less approach runway 32 left, report established.
Left heading north and cleared ILS approach runway 32 left, Airbus Industries 998, we will report established.
Air France 04, si possible, accélérer la descente.
On essaie d'accélérer au maximum la descente à France 04.
By the way, is there a...
Toulouse approche, bonjour, RTRN 412 avec vous.
No, there is no go-around procedure installed. Have to open the charts here. So after the go-around, climb on radial 142 Toulouse inbound to VOR to 4000 and then turn left, follow radial 303 Toulouse until 10 DME Toulouse and then, okay. So go in for VOR. Right nav 117.7. And we will approach with a course of 142. Or actually, we will approach with 322. And on the fixed page, I do a radial of 303. No. Radial 303, so we know when we need to approach. We need to leave. So runway and side flaps 1. Flaps 1. Hello. Okay, but it is set flaps 1. Okay. And glide slope coming in, approach mode selected. I press the second autopilot. It's telling me Cat 3 dual, but there is no auto land. But anyway, we will, of course, manual fly.
Française 04, tournez à gauche au cap 3 unité 0, autorisé approche ILS 30 de gauche, rappel établi.
Flaps 2. Now you can see the flaps moving finally. Airbus Industries 998 Heavy established on the ILS 3 to left.
Airbus Industries 998, contact tower 118.1 landing over.
118.1 over to the tower. Thank you very much, Airbus Industries 998 Heavy. Gear down. Flaps 3. Toulouse Tower, bonjour, this is Airbus Industries 998 on the ILS runway 3 to left, and for your information we will vacate left side.
Airbus Industries 998, Banyak Tower, bonjour monsieur, information, I have small issues with my radar, so let's do it procedurally. You are number 1 for runway 3 to left, report 2 mile final.
We'll report 2 miles final, Airbus Industries 998 Heavy. I didn't understand any word.
French Custom 223, 1 minute, Echo Novembre. Alright, my radar is back online. So, French Custom 523, contactez le départ.
So, to ding the cabin here. Runway turn off lights. Taxi lights. And on the ground spoilers. Landing checklist. Cabin is secured. Auto throttle is speed. Go around altitude 4,000 feet set. And Ikamimo landing no blue. Landing checklist completed.
57 Foxtrot, contact departure 121.1. Have a lovely flight, bye-bye.
So we're still flying with the autopilot here, of course. I mean, why not, right?
Airbus Industries 998, wind 350 degrees 5, runway 3 to left, cleared to land, vacate left when able.
Clear land, 3 to left, and we will vacate left when able. Airbus Industries 998 Heavy. So we're just 3 miles out.
And to all stations, there are some issues with the VATSIM network at the moment. We have the radar software freezing every few seconds, so expect some delays. Very sorry about that.
So, manual flight.
500.
We maintain on the ILS. We ignore the PAPI here.
400. 100 above.
Oh, it's a little bit windy.
Minimum.
Landing. And of course I didn't start the recorder program. No one told me again.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh, that was hard. Reverse thrust. Manual braking.
France 1604, Blagnac Tour. Bonjour monsieur. Numéro 1, continue approche, piste 32 gauche.
Numéro 1, on continue l'approche, piste 32 gauche à France 1604.
Air France 87, wind 060 degrees for that runway 3 to right, clear for takeoff.
If the customer 3 to right, Air France 87.
Machine Industries 900-908, contact ground 121.9er. Have a lovely afternoon, sir. Bye-bye.
Ground over to 121.9. Thank you very much for the ATC. Have a great evening. Bye-bye. Airbus Industries 998 Heavy.
Thank you.
Toulouse Tour, bonjour, Air Pyrénées 412 avec vous 1900 pieds, on a 2 minutes d'entrée de la CTR sur Whisky Hotel.
Pyrénées 412, Blagnac Tour, bonjour monsieur, quelles sont vos intentions?
Ce sera pour un toucher.
And stop the aircraft. Clean up. Flaps up.
Trina Bravo Romeo, due to traffic, we have a 16 minutes delay on the holding point, so you can expect pushback in
Strobe
10
lights
minutes
off.
at
APU
14200.
start. Landing lights off. Taxi lights back to taxi. Landing flap 3 off. Why does it tell disarm the ground spoilers? There we go. Predictive wind shear system off. Transponder mode normal.
On roule Novembre unité, piste 32 droite, via Tango 65 et Papa, Ryanair 79 Victor Romeo.
Toulouse ground, bonjour, this is Airbus Industries 998 Heavy. We are vacated runway 32 left and we request a parking position at the Zulu stands.
Airbus 998, good afternoon, taxi gate Zulu via Sierra 60.
Via Sierra 6 and Sierra 2 stand 02 for Airbus Industries 998 Heavy. We just now need to find parking charts. Zulu 2 maybe. He said, I think he said Zulu 2 and not 0, not stand 02. But we're gonna taxi via Sierra 6 and Sierra. Although I can't find Sierra takes away. I mean,
Contact Blagnac Tower 118.1, bye bye.
118.1, Tower 125, yeah.
We stopped the recording. I just started the recording 2 miles, no, like 02 miles in front of the runway, so.
0735 ready for taxi. 0735, taxi runway, collection taxi November 1, runway 32 right, via Tango 501 Papa.
don't get the aircraft here around the corner, it's really hard sometimes to taxi that aircraft. And they have like a 15 minutes delay over there at the holding point.
A321 in front. Follow Airbus A321 ahead at 7597.
Well, so I started the recording tool, but I was distracted then, of course, for the landing, so that's why the flare wasn't as good as I intended. So let's double check with the upper chart here. Yeah, I think we're now taxiing down Sierra. There are no signs here, no taxi signs. Oh wait, there is something. Yeah, it's Whiskey 40. I know. APU is available, so we can also start the APU bleed.
Sol, bonjour Air France 1604, on vient de traverser la 14 gauche et on tourne à droite sur novembre.
1604, bonjour, bienvenue à Blagnac, on vous les porte uniforme 30 via Papa et Tango 60.
On roule porte uniforme 30 via Papa et Tango 60, Air France 1604.
Have a look at all the Airbus airplanes over here. Finnair 350, Takeoff 350, Japan Airlines. Yeah, bye bye Jeremy, thank you for being here. And I hope to see you next time again from the beginning of the stream. I think I taxied on the wrong way here. This is actually Zulu 1, Zulu 2 is back there. But you know what, we're just taking this gate here to the right if I will be able to take it. Taxi lights off.
Ryanair 79 Victor Romeo, contactez la tour 78 décimale 100 en marche. La tour 78 décimale 100, Ryanair 79 Victor Romeo, merci, bon après-midi.
I think that's fine. The line is about here, but it looks quite good, doesn't it? So we just take that stand here, parking brake set. APU and APU bleed is on. Taxi lights are off. Okay, we can cut off the engines. Cut off engine 1, cut off engine 2. And we leave the rest as it is. I forgot the strobe lights. No, I did turn off the strobe lights. Great. So welcome to Toulouse. I want to now have a look on the what is he doing there? Crazy. So have a look on this departure line over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 aircrafts plus 1 aircraft over here. +1 coming over here. Wow, that's crazy, isn't it? That's really crazy. So anyway, I now start the engines again and want to have a look on the on the touchdown, basically, not on the arrival, only the touchdown. And transponder mode standby. We can disconnect here. And of course I should have stopped the chronos here as well. So 2 hours and 8, so maybe 2 hours 5 or so. Starting now, engine number 1 as well. And for the replay, I gonna stop the head tracking. We are disconnected. Engine number 1 is coming up as well. Flaps 3. Turn on all the lights here. No, wing lights were off. So that we have the same configuration as we had during the final. Engine 1 is coming up as well. By the way, we have 8.3 tons of fuel on board. Just wanted to mention. So I have no idea on what I need to do. So I turn back everything on. I will release the parking brake. Engines are stable. And now I'm gonna pause the replay. Gonna be an interesting landing here with the gear up. That was even too short for the gear to come out completely. So there we go. Well, yeah, it was quite smooth, wasn't it? It's telling me 287 at Volante and 210 over here in at the overlay. But to be honest, I think
That was rough.
yeah, I don't think it was that rough actually.
Too low. Terrain. Don't sink. Too low.
Yeah. So the flight dynamics actually are quite okay. It's still a great aircraft. The Headwind, very good looking and very nice to fly using the fly-by-wire systems. It's really nice to fly, and yeah, unfortunately it's a long-haul aircraft. I don't like long-haul, but or at least for now I don't like long-haul. Maybe it's different if I have some more viewers who could like chat with me during the flight, but as long as you're flying alone, it's a little bit boring, and yeah, so therefore I won't fly it very often, but yeah, overall it's a great aircraft, and maybe there will be another event at Toulouse where I can fly it in the for Airbus, like I did today. And yeah, overall was a great flight, and I will go offline now again. So thank you very much for tuning in, and if you haven't done so, please give the video a thumbs up and that would help me a lot to place myself within the video rankings and in the search bar of YouTube. And if you want to support my channel, then don't hesitate to subscribe and or join my Discord channel. I think I'm gonna do a voting in the next days about any fixed date during the week where I like fix a flight, and then I will do that every week. Additionally, of course, to like spontaneous live streams and stuff. So yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, and have a great Sunday, and I hope to see you guys next time. Thank you very much, and bye bye.